The hip extension is awesome because it's going to strengthen the glutes and hamstrings, give them a nice stretch, but again, it's going to target the posterior chain, so everything behind you, deloading the lower back, allowing you to stand taller, better posture, and strengthen up those weaknesses behind. Okay, you can do it on a Roman chair like this one, or a glute ham developer, which will be horizontal. Either way, the most important thing is your setup. So wherever the pad is, we want it sitting on your hip bones. Okay, if you bring it up too high, you're going to restrict your hip movement, because at the end of the day, we want to be hinging about the hips, creating a stretch here. Okay, if we block up here, it's simply going to be a back extension exercise, which is fine, but our intention right now is to get the glutes and hamstrings lengthening and strengthening. So when you go on to whatever machine you're choosing to use, I've got the Roman chair here, you can see the pads clearly below my hips, I've got room to move. From here, I'm going to keep my spine neutral, get down as low as I can until a stretch occurs into the hamstrings. I'm going to squeeze the glutes and come back up to straight. So we're not trying to go too far, just enough to stimulate the glutes. They're rock solid right now. I'm going to relax, come down, get as far as I can, and then squeeze back up. Again, we want to avoid any trunk flexion. Trunk flexion is not bad just for this exercise. We're not trying to strengthen that. We're going to try and keep neutral, braced, and then break at the hip, get a stretch through the back of the legs, and engage the glutes. Once you can comfortably do that, we can look at loading by simply placing a load on the chest. Technique doesn't change. We'll just start to put a bit of strength into those areas that may be weak. That is your hip extension.